Well, trying to keep you guys entertained, trying to think been thinking about equipment a little bit. Why I decided to go with the brands that I did. Um, and yeah, I guess I went Allis-Chalmers, and then Agco more broadly with Gleaner. And my New Holland eventually. Ford New Holland, which I guess that's C&H these days, but yeah, not I'm not like super brand loyal or brand loyal at all. I also have this John Deere 5075M, which has been a good tractor. This is what I use for row cultivating, around the tine weeder, load and feed, load of work, load and manure. Been a great tractor, but I didn't actually buy that. This is actually my dad's tractor. He bought it new, I don't know, 15 years ago for a lot of money. In my opinion, this was over 60 grand. But basically, he was using it for hobby farming, and he doesn't really need it these days. He likes a smaller tractor, so he got a Kubota. So now I get to use it for free, which is awesome. It's been a great tractor. Not much bad I can say about it besides they're expensive. Parts are expensive. Whatever. And I got started out with a Gleaner L2, and worked out for my small amount of acres. And I decided I wanted something a little more modern, more capacity, so I got a Gleaner R52. Been just super pleased with this combine. For my size, it works great. And it's simple, does a excellent job. Yeah, for the price point, excellent value. And then for my little tractor, I got a Kubota. I got this back when I was vegetable farming, and now it's just like a little chore tractor. Also, it's got enough power to run my grinder mixer. I don't do huge batches. My largest batches are 3,000 pounds, usually one or two, and this does a great job with that. So just want to kind of go through my thought process. So many guys are just, this brand or that brand, and never buy anything else and whatnot. And so when I started out row crop farming, I had this. I bought this Allis-Chalmers 7030. Didn't have these duals on it. This is my planting tractor, spreader tractor. Yeah, pretty much those two jobs these days. But I bought this from a dairy out in Wisconsin, east Eau Claire a little ways. Boy, what did I spend on it? 12 grand, something like that. And then a few years later, I bought the 7060. It's got these awesome freight train wheels, wheel weights. I paid 7 grand for this, and it's turned up a little bit. Has probably 180 horsepower. But I started out with Allis-Chalmers for a couple simple reasons. One, they're so much less expensive than John Deere. And I don't know, I've heard some bad things about case tractors from the 70s. Transmissions aren't that robust. I just didn't find... I looked at a couple and they just seemed like in really rough shape too. And also, the Allis-Chalmers are known to be a lot more fuel efficient than both Case and John Deere. And I didn't go with John Deere because they have a sort of cult following. And by cults, it's the majority of farmers. You know, if you look at a comparable tractor to this 7060, maybe like a 4640, something like that, those are going for 30 grand. I suppose back then they were going for 20, 25 grand. And I started this farm from basically nothing. I had 1,000 bushel grain bin just around, you can't see it right now. It's over by the Dodge pickup over there on the other side. So I just had, you know, I just spent a lot of money to get stuff, you know, planters, combines, storage, augers, all of the tillage tools you need for organic, headers, carts, blah, blah, blah. And so I didn't have just, you know, millions of dollars to work with. So that's why I went with Allis. There are drawbacks, you know. Probably the biggest horror, you know, according to people like Ryan Kelly, are, you know, this shifter on the floor, which, I mean, is pretty much the end of the world. And I don't know how I do it, but, you know, we manage. I don't know, the cab isn't that great. What cab tractor from this era has a, I mean, sure, sound guard, I guess they're good, but like I was saying, I wasn't trying to spend 30 grand on 55-year-old tractor or whatever. And then, you know, parts is the other thing. Agco is definitely not the best on parts availability, but pretty much every brand has their drawbacks there. John Deere, their parts availability isn't that great either. I mean, they're out there. That takes time and a shitload of money to get them. And they're fuel hogs. Yeah, they got, you know, more grunt power, lower in the RPMs, I guess. But this girl's got enough. I mean, it's like 180 horsepower, I figure. It's basically my backup tillage tractor at this point. I guess backup planting tractor too. But yeah, I can pull my disc or the curse buster. Curse buster can, yeah, pull that pretty easily. Disc is a bit harder, but yeah, it's basically my, well, and other stuff, pulling trees out, or, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, that's why I'm an Allis guy, I guess, at this point. They are economical to buy, economical to run. I mean, I haven't had much break on these either. I mean, let's see. What have I had break? Replaced an alternator. Well, like the AC and stuff doesn't work. I could get it working. I'd have to just, you know, tear into the cab a little bit. It might seem to get up there. even after plugging up these center posts that go up there. I don't know how, but yeah, they've been reliable for me. They seem to be quite fuel efficient, and that's a big deal. You know, you can spend a lot of money on fuel, you know, with the guzzler. So yeah, that's why I went with Allis. Just really liked them. I don't get the whole John Deere cult, you know, like they are so much more money than these, like 4640s going for 30 grand now. You know, an 8100, 8200, something like that. Those are, you know, going for, I don't know, 70, 80, 90,000, something like that. Maybe not 90, but the good ones. And they got tons of hours on them. Got this one for just under 50. Been super pleased with it, and it's not a high hour unit. I love the features on these Ford Genesis tractors. The super steer, especially running this curse buster, that's a narrow implement. Well, very narrow implement. It's only 10 foot wide. The super steer is just awesome. So I don't have giant headlands. And just the other creature comforts. The moving side console is really cool. Seat's nice. Shifter's nice. I don't know. It just seems like they put a lot of thought into the layout of the tractor and the features. It's got plenty of power. I've had a few electrical issues, which have been annoying, but besides that, definitely nothing major. Yeah, that's it in a nutshell. I have no brand loyalty because every brand made good tractors from in different time periods, and basically you're kind of screwing yourself if you just pick one brand and stick with it. I mean, I guess there's the dealership aspect, but boy, it doesn't seem like anyone's happy with the dealerships these days. Just getting screwed over left and right on service and parts. So curious what you guys think. Oh yeah, and Kubota makes the best small tractors by far. So those are my opinions. What do you guys think?